Okay, we got you at 0-0 right now, Hawks, led by the incomparable Geno Smith. Here we go, out the gate. Boom, dub. We already said the Rams is losing that game. So we
Right,
got the
two
Seahawks
times.
starting 1-0. Boom, they get the Lions next. I got them going for a two for 2-0. The Lions are prepared for what the Hawks are going to be throwing out, especially this early in the season, with a phenomenal a top five head coach in the NFL. I still think Pete Carroll is.
I
Uh,
agree.
I yeah. Boom, three for you get to play the second worst team in the NFL, which is the Carolina Panthers. So the Seahawks are 3-0 right now, starting off, which is great. You run into a little bit of trouble now because you lose to the Giants. You go 3-1 here. You get your
Mm,
first loss of the season, but it's all right because you're still in the midst and still in the thick of it. You got them at
I'm
4-0.
4
Hey,
0.
I'm look.
Give me the wins over the Giants on that one.
I understand. I hear you. I got the Seahawks beating the Bengals that following week, moving them to 4-1. Like I said, I'm not a big Bengal believer. The offensive line is in shambles. They just got Orlando Brown, so I know they're going to be weak on the left side. I got the Hawks winning that game. Better coaching. I think better situation. I think the skill set as far as receiving grow, I think that's pretty much about it's the same. The
It's
only
getting
difference
real
in these two
close.
teams, yeah, I would say the only difference between these two teams is quarterback. Geno Smith is not a bad quarterback at all, but he is not Joe Burrow.
It's
But
not.
will Joe Burrow be enough to beat these Hawks? I just don't think so. Not then. I got the Hawks 4-1. You beat the Bengals. Mr. KC, who you got?
You almost did it again. You like to talk me into this. It starts painting a pretty picture because these Seahawks are pretty much just as loaded as the Bengals
Dude,
are. It is
they are. They're
awfully
freaking
close.
loaded. Remember we went over it during the free
Yeah,
agency and the picks, dude. They're
it is
loaded.
unbelievable. But I'm gonna pick the Bengals over the Hawks here just because I like Joe Burrow more than Geno Smith. And that gets me
Nothing
at
wrong
four
with
and
that.
one, which is right where you're at too. So
Yes, sir.
pretty spot
And
on.
and I'm pretty sure we have a consensus here that they play in the worst team in the NFL, so we're moving them to 5-1 when they
Yep.
play the Cardinals, and then actually I'm going to go ahead and move them on to 6-1 because they play the Browns right after that, which is the fourth worst team in the NFL. Uh, and then boom, dude, a
Oh
hard,
yeah.
hard, hard, hard task, man. And I do mean a slobber knocker. Like this should be a phenomenal football game. And you know what? I'm expecting big things from Lamar, but I'm gonna go with the Seahawks, dude. I think Geno outplays Lamar in this game. I think he's got more to prove. I think with him getting that kind of win, he's looking for the next contract that's going to carry him out the rest of his career. And he's trying to stay the Seahawks franchise quarterback. He needs a win like this. And I just think he's more ready. Unless Lamar, by that week, has dramatically improved as a passer, I don't think we'll see Super Lamar until about week 9. But we'll talk about that. He'll still be winning games, but I'm going to go with the Seahawks at 7-1 right now with the win over the Ravens.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give the Ravens the win here. I like Lamar Jackson more than Geno, even though I do think the Seahawks are slightly more equipped on offense and maybe even on defense if you want to get
Hmm.
into it. But the problem is the Seahawks' defense specialty is the secondary. And with Lamar Jackson, that's not the exact defense you need.
True. We'll see. Like I said, that game should be a slobber knocker. I'm really surprised it's not prime time. That got all the
Yeah,
makings of fireworks, really.
absolutely.
Um, Next game we got, I got the Hawks winning that game too. You beat the Commanders. You move on to 8-1 on my list here. Two
That's
for
going to be,
Mr. Casey doubles down on that.
yep.
Dude, make it a three for you. Beat the Rams the following week. The Seahawks are 9-1 in the NFC West right now on mine.
I mean,
And
I've got a
dude,
maiden too, so don't think if people think I'm hating on them, that I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you're pretty solid on my end too.
that's what I'm saying. Good night. Like I said, and I got the Seahawks beating the Niners at home. We was just talking
Yeah,
about that. So they split that. That's you're 10-1 right now. Seattle, like rejoice, dude. Geno Smith is balling. Your team is balling. You're rolling. Then you get to play the Dallas Cowboys, and this will be another kind of tough game. It's prime time. Uh Man, you know what? You're gonna beat the boys. I'm
Mm,
going with the Seahawks. You're going 11-1. You're gonna beat the boys. Who you
yeah,
got,
I
Mister
couldn't.
KC?
I'm gonna vibe with the boys. It's gonna get you to 9-3.
And see, next week you got to play the Niners again, and they'll get their revenge game. You'll move to 11-2 on mine here.
Yeah, I'm right there with you on that one. I think they split with the Niners.
Yeah, they're definitely going to do that here. Um, then the next week you get the Eagles, and you get the Eagles at home. And like I said, I'm not an Eagle believer. We'll see, but I think I'm going with the Hawks, dude. I think the
Mm,
Hawks win this game. I
I'm
got
going
them 12
Eagles.
and 2.
Yeah, I'm going Eagles. I just can't make it quite there. I'm at 9-4, which is still a really good record in my opinion.
Mhm. Next game, chalk it up as a win. You get to play the Titans. Give them another one. Goodness gracious, you are balling 13-2 for the Seattle Seahawks, dude. And this thing is they happen all the time. I still remember them runs that Pittsburgh went on. Anyway,
Hmm.
uh, the next game you got here, where are we at? You got the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I was just talking about them. More than likely, you lose this game. Kenny Pickett. Yeah, you lose this game. They'll
I'm winning.
Steelers they find some ways to win this kind of game, and so you're at 13-3, and then you get to play the worst team in the NFL again to close out the season at 14-3. Good night, the winners of the NFC West for sure.
Yeah, and I've got them winning these last three games when first the Titans, Seahawks, and Cardinals. That's a pretty impressive season for the Seahawks, I believe. This is going to be a pretty shocking team, in my opinion. I mean, I'm 12-5, and that's a
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
pretty
you
solid.
can
And you're
go either
fourteen
way,
and three.
right?
Phew.
So definitely say we would bet the over
Mm,
on if they're getting 10 wins plus. We would definitely
yeah,
bet the over for the Seahawks on that kind of situation.
yeah. And especially if you gave me that even 10 number.
Comfortably.
If you was like nine and a
Yeah.
half, if they got to get, if they're getting double
I
digits.
would still do that. I